Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beanstalk Origins. It has been a long time since I uploaded, I admit. There's been a lot going on my end, but I have returned. I had no AC, no reliable AC for 3 weeks. So, with my place getting as warm as 90 degrees some days, I had to keep the PC off to keep it from overheating and possibly causing some issues. That said, there's a lot to catch up on. Lots of games, lots of things happening. Summer is the time for gaming. So there's a bunch of things that I do need to finish. I want to be able to complete the Lost Bloom records for all of y'all that were watching with me. But for today, getting back into it, getting back into the swing of things, we're going to be doing demo day. Now, there is a lot happening in Steam and a lot happening in summer in terms of games in general, but Steam Next Fest was just recently, so a lot of demos were released. So there's some fun things out right now. One of those being Rue Valley, which will be the first demo that I played tonight. And it looks really interesting. And Rue Valley is a narrative RPG that has a man trapped in a time loop. It's got a pretty amazing cast of characters with diverse personalities, which personality itself is a selling point in this game because you get to customize your personality for your playable character, which determines what you can and can't say during specific scenes. So that'll be really interesting. Now, as most of you know, whenever joining my stream, I try really hard to get into contact and talk to the developers in the games that I play. I love to learn more about them. I love to know about them. They have a really fun website on their demo right now where they have an official PR release of their press kit, some stuff for the media to use. And I do intend to reach out to them to be able to talk to them about my takeaways from today. And hopefully I can get some more information, as that is what Beanstalk Origins all about, is finding the root of all stories. Now, a big part of today is me getting back into the swing of things, getting streaming, getting live again, being out there and having a lot of fun. So I had to redo my whole setup this evening. So if anything doesn't sound right, look right, please don't be afraid to let me know. And you're more than welcome to just chat with me and hang out. Always love to talk. So without further ado, let's go on an adventure and learn something new. Okay. So let's see here. We're going to play a new game. Okay, wow, we're jumping right into it. Assign a personality point to proceed. Okay, I'm going to move myself for a moment down over here. I'm still a little in the way, but you know that this says indifferent here. So, that said, let's see what we can do. So, these are the available personality points for our character here. Impulsive, calculated, introverted, extroverted, sensitive, indifferent. I'll start with... Okay. As a somewhat sensitive person, you're easily empathize with others and are prone to surrender to your own emotions. Okay, so that got rid of 2 personality points. Ambivert is right in the middle. I would put myself at nosy a little bit. Nosy is good in terms of being able to get information and learn things. And if we're going to be as character driven and character combative as I assume we're going to be, I kind of want to stay at nosy. The decision is difficult. Calculated is important to me. Huh. Oh, wow, I have 2 more personality points to give. Okay. I do not like indecisive, but paranoid is really, really difficult. Never trust Or never trust others or never trust yourself is basically the options here. Something tells me it's going to be important to be weary, and I feel like the biggest thing is wanting to understand and trust myself the most. So I am compelled to actually switch to paranoid. But I still have 2 available personality points. If I go further, then I'm both paranoid and indecisive, and then I would switch again because I'd rather be more paranoid than indecisive. What happens if I go... Being a quite sensitive person, you see life as a struggle, especially when they tell you to just chill. Ooh. I resonate with that really hard. Okay, here we go. So let's go over my options here. You know you're pretty calculated, you're often overthinking stuff and generally very cautious. Okay, I like that. Cautious is important. Yes, you're quite extroverted, but not to the extent that leaves people nonplussed. Plus, it's more of a plus. A +3 to be precise. But oh god. Oof, gotta let that one slide. And then we just read for mindful, being a quite sensitive person, you see life as a struggle, especially when they tell you to just chill. I think this is good. This is a good starting base. Well, I think I might be stuck with this actually, depending. But I think I'm going to stick with it. I like this. Let me go ahead and move. Oops, I just moved the whole thing. Okay, there I am. Okay, I'm going to move myself back into the corner here. That way I'll move myself again if I need to. All right, let's begin. Okay, so 8 p.m. Look at this comic style with the line etchings to show movement in the people, but everything else is still. Okay. Okay. The frenetic sound of a century-old clock nudges you back to the present. The stale air perfectly complements the image of the old motel room. Do I press space? Okay.
Mr. Harrell?
Okay, traits. Your personality traits determine your dialogue option. Some options will only be available if you have a certain trait, while others might be blocked by the same trait. Remember, traits are neither good nor bad. They are a crucial part of role-playing a character with a real personality. I'm going to leave show hints on. This is the demo. If I end up really liking this game, I do plan to turn off show hints. So these look like my options down here. The doctor takes off his glasses, freeing his bushy eyebrows. Nod. Lie. Guilt-ridden. Okay, so this is already a part of my personality trait. Since I went with a personality trait, I want to follow that. I'm terribly sorry. My mind wandered up. Could you please repeat that? He smiles.
No worries, Mr. Harrell. I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
Okay. Status effects. Okay, total lack of motivation. Red ribbons on the character portrait show the status effect of your character currently has. Status effects have a negative impact on your personality and dialogue options. Slight lack of motivation. More like total lack of motivation. You'd rather stay in bed all day instead of attending this farce they call therapy in the middle of nowhere.
And we'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions.
All right. Okay. Personality. Your personality is represented in this part of the screen. It shows your personality axis that you defined during character creation, as well as the trait that you chose. Select hover over a trait to see what it is and what it does. Okay.
But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence and try to stay aware of it at all times, if possible.
Silence befalls the room, a muffled clanging sound from outside only making the moment more uncomfortable. Lie either way, okay.
That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly 1 hour. hence the alarm.
Mm-hmm.
However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions, if there's anything.
Okay. Can't you simply state that I'm fine so we can both move on? Is another session really necessary? I was hoping this would be a one-time thing. Why do we have to do this here in the middle of nowhere?
It may be hard to understand the need for isolation at first, but my methods require complete divergence from the clan's regular way of life, as well as temporary distancing from their social groups and circles. This place is ideal in that regard. However, it's understandable that you need a period of adaptation to both this idea and to your new surroundings. That's also why I haven't asked you to hand over your phone yet. But please don't be alarmed. We'll talk about everything in due time.
Interesting. So I get to be nosy. I want to know.
I'm flattered that you're interested in getting to know more about me. But we're not here to discuss my...
Boo-boo.
In fact, getting personal may derail our progress. Any other questions?
Okay, I'm not actually curious about or being standoffish. That's not how I want to play. But I am curious about number 2.
Mr. Harrow, your case is not to be underestimated. We need to
Case.
assess the situation carefully.
Interesting. Yeah, your case. Not so long ago, nobody cared about what you do, yet now, suddenly your business is everyone's business.
This first session is more for you to get acquainted with me and my methods. We have a long road ahead of us.
All right.
Anything else?
No, that's all. He glances at the clock, almost too fast for you to notice.
Right. That's it for today.
Through the door, you hear that sound
You should
again.
go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
All right, get up to leave. I cannot decide where I want this mic today. Ah, okay. Next to you is the source of the clangs you heard from inside. A young woman beating up an old vending machine.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Use left click to run. Oh god.
Spit it out already!
Okay, I can press space to engage with something. Or someone, I suppose. Could she be here for therapy as well? Who knows, but unlike you, she definitely looked like she needs it. Hey, that's assuming. Nobody needs to be sent away from their home to this dump regardless of their mental state. Okay. So something to do with his mental state. And yet, what is it to be done with lunatics like her? Let them rage around freely, yelling and kicking vending machines wherever they go. Well, if they're breaking the law, they should be sent to prison. Okay. That's a little far. There must be a better way to help a distressed person. Perhaps you could speak with her, see if you could help. Or is it too much to ask right now? Total lack of motivation. She's completely focused on the ancient machine and mumbling something under her breath. From time to time, though, a grunt or a few words are loud enough to make out.
Come on, you thief!
Huh. All right. Leave it is. So I can walk around using WASD while there is this forced perspective here. Ooh. It's coiled like a sleeping serpent. Okay, so things highlight and I can engage with them. I know I need to go to the office, but I'm just gonna wander a bit.
Spit it out already!
See what's happening. Look at our area just a little. Okay, so I can also click on it to engage? Yes, I can. Plastic bottles, some empty, others half empty. Ooh, it's coming loud on my end. Hold on. If it's too loud on your end, let me know. Plastic bottles, some empty, others half empty. A partially eaten breakfast, some old clothes, torn and faded. all covered in a mixture of grease and spilled orange soda. At this murky pool, you catch a glimpse of your own face. Just walk away. Let's not be self-deprecating now. Rue Valley Motel. Free Wi-Fi, AC, phone, clean rooms, cable TV, a vending machine. That doesn't work. A transformer buzzing softly. Bus stop. I can kind of click on both, okay. It was already late afternoon when you saw the sign for the first time, as the bus door opened and a wave of desert heat hit you in the face. All the other passengers of the almost empty bus remained seated, each lost in their own world. None of them paid any attention to you as you gathered your belongings and prepared to leave the bus. Oh, I remember an old woman. Sitting in the back of the bus, her nose was buried in a book during the whole trip. Her wrinkled face was contorted in a look of intense concentration, as if she were trying to solve some complex puzzle. There was a young person with bright pink hair. They were scrolling through their phone with a bored expression, seemingly completely disinterested in their surroundings as if they lacked any real connection to the outside world. Okay, so we get to understand a little bit more. I don't want to think about these people. And why would you? Even as you were disembarking from the bus, they meant nothing to you. But outside, next to the bus sign, Dr. Fink's smiling eyes were watching you, his brow dripping with sweat in the intense desert heat. He was already analyzing me, trying to think of anything he could use to keep me here as long as possible. Welcome to Rue Valley, he proclaimed, like some poorly written NPC from an outdated video game. I'm Dr. Fink, your therapist for the duration of your stay here. It all happened less than 2 hours ago, yet it feels like an eternity has passed since. Looks uncomfortable. Probably is uncomfortable. Can I go upstairs? I feel like I should go upstairs. That sounds cool. What is this giant sundallion here? Oh, it's like a compass, northeast, southwest. That seems important to later. Okay. There's no jumping for sure. There's just... Oh, right. I have to click it. So specific things will require me to click and engage and actually... Ooh, poster. The colors have been bleached by the sun, but you can still make out the image of an orange setting sun, as well as the words Rue Ballet written above the illustration. Inspect. The picture is quite detailed, but the colors have been obliterated by the sun, making it impossible to discern the main subject, let alone the finer details. You squint your eyes and try to make sense of the confusing shapes, but everything seems blurred and distorted. However, as you keep looking, you finally start to see a magnificent stage, a ballerina dancing gracefully, and a lively group of musicians, and an audience dressed in formal attire. Back the ballerina. A ballerina wearing a tutu stands in the center of the poster, on point, with her arms gracefully extended above her head, almost like she's waving at you. The stage is adorned with elegant curtains and a strange chandelier hanging from the edge of the poster. The varnished wood of the violins is reflecting the orange hues of the setting sun. The curved bodies of cellos stand tall and proud, and the trumpet player holds his instrument with arched back, his silhouette reminiscent of a tree struck by lightning. The men appear to be dressed in tuxedos, the women in elegant evening gowns. They seem to be fixated on the stage, their overly stylized faces seemingly expressing a range of emotions from awe to excitement. How did a poster for such a highbrow event end up on a wall of a rundown motel in the middle of nowhere? Something is odd here. Is this the beginning of the mystery?
Yes, Rue Valley Motel. Our Coral Destiny internet antenna is down?
At the attention of the girl, all the attention of the girl behind the counter is occupied by the ongoing phone call.
No, the repair tech already came yesterday. Said the internet will be up by noon today.
She says to the person on the other side of the call. Social check. I can social check. Failure. Too extroverted. Speaking over her seems like too much, but God, ringing the bell? That seems rude. I don't like other option. Okay, we're going with 2. She turns toward you, clearly annoyed by the bell. I think it was going to happen either way.
Please sit down, sir. I will be with you in a moment.
And before you get a chance to say anything, she returns to her call with no sign that she's about to end it in a moment or anytime soon for that matter. I want to eavesdrop, but I don't want to mess with the person who's assigning my room. Okay, killing time. Time in the game does not progress outside of dialogue, so in order to wait until certain events happen, you need to find a way to kill time. Usually you can do that with various items and interactions around you. For example, reading a book, scrolling through your phone, or just chilling in a cozy chair. So how many things can I interact with? The counter, the chair. Windows.
Yes, I have rebooted the modem.
Okay, let's just start with this. A list of rules. You can't be bothered with that right now. Not that I want to be bothered anyways. Okay. Window.
Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi. The credit card machines are down.
A relentless dirt has smudged and stained the glass. Beyond the endless flat of the desert, its vastness is hypnotizing. The reception desk is covered with random stuff. Check out the leaflets. A picture of a huge rocket and a group of people in red jumpsuits cheering with bottles of water. Above it all, the Coral Destiny logo. Look at the other side. A picture of an endless desert. The caption at the bottom reads, "Free bottled water for the people of Rue Valley, courtesy of Coral Destiny, your favorite space agency." Paranoid, nothing is really free. Take the leaflet with you. You put the leaflet into your back pocket. Ooh, I have an inventory. Items you pick up are stored here. While not in dialogue, you can click on them to interact with them. Also, some items will show more information on their icon. For example, Wi-Fi ability or battery level on your phone. So how do I do inventory? Okay, so I can click. Hyper casual protagonists. What? Okay, let's sit.
Listen, I know what I'm talking about. Your repair tech.
The chair looks very old but sturdy. Check out the Coral Destiny leaflet. Well, it does give me some information on something that's happening in the area. So let's do that. Until she finishes the call. Ooh, it doesn't give us any information. It reminds you of times you forget your phone while going to the bathroom and were forced to read blurbs from cleaning products and air fresheners. I can't even imagine what people had to go through before smartphones were invented. Ugh, brutal. Yeah, and how about before cleaning products and air fresheners? Consider yourself lucky that you have a small piece of literature with rockets and spacemen. At Coral Destiny, we believe innovation should serve the everyday needs of the communities around us. Okay, we're getting some more info. That's why we proudly provide fresh, purified bottled water, completely free of charge to the residents of Rue Valley. Delivered regularly and held to the highest quality standards, our water is just one example of how we're committed to a healthier, brighter future right here on Earth. There's more ad lingo, but a nicely framed quote catches your eye. We're proud to share our resources with Rue Valley. Providing clean water is a small part of our mission to uplift the communities that inspire our work. Isabel Watson, Chief Executive Officer, Coral Destiny. Oop, okay, we're getting information. We're getting names, we're getting things. Okay. It is time to bring out the notepad. I accidentally shook the table while I try to get out a pen. Okay, so Isabel Watson, Executive Officer. All right, keep reading. You struggle to find more content with at least the same level of excitement. Nevertheless, time begins to pass. A lot of time. After a while, you realize that you switched from reading text to just looking at pictures. The art is ugly. Minutes pass, but the phone call is still not at its end.
Yeah, I don't want a customer satisfaction survey. I want the internet.
She says to whomever she's talking to. Okay, mess with your phone. Okay, wait and play a quick match of hyper-casual protagonists like hello. The first wave of tiny bow tie wearing antagonists appears on your phone screen. Touch one of them? You tap one carrying a golden fork and he instantly turns into an amorphous purple splotch. I'm matching. I want to make sure it's not too loud. It sounds loud to me, but there we go. I lowered it a little just to make sure it's not too loud. You tap the one carrying a golden fork and he instantly turns into an anamorphous purple splotch. A matching splotching sound effect plays at the same time, further confirming that the bow tie wearing, golden fork carrying antagonist is no more. I guess I'm supposed to squash them all, sigh, and continue squashing them. As your mind spins around the absurdity of this game, and while your fingers roam aimlessly across the screen, a group of tiny bow tie wearing antagonists gather near the pile of boxes at the bottom of the screen. Tap pile of boxes. Absolutely nothing happens. The little guy keeps gathering around. Keep squishing. As soon as you're about to get the one with the goatee, a slightly larger antagonist with a monocle and a pocket watch enters the play area. Try to understand what's going on. You stare at the bunch of random characters on screen, but the sense of it all escapes you. Why are they gathering around the pile of boxes? Absolutely nothing happens again. They keep gathering around. Ignore the big gentleman and keep squishing the tiny ones. Tap on the big guy. Alright. You press your finger against the monocled watchman, maybe a bit too hard. The tip of your finger slips and you almost drop your phone. You look at the screen after your heart almost skipped a beat and see that the whole screen is taken up by a bold fat letters saying, Temporal Disruption. What the hell is going on? The letters disappear and you notice that the whole screen is frozen. The antagonists gathered around the pile of boxes still stand in their weirdest poses. Look if there's anything different on the screen. There is. A small timer at the edge of the screen is ticking down, and it's gone. The screen comes alive for a split second. The antagonists unfreeze and continue to antagonize the pile of boxes. And before you get the chance to do anything, the whole phone is covered in black. Out of the blackness, disappointing red letters appear. Protagonists defeated. Interesting. Quit the game. With a quick swipe and finger flick, the game is gone, and you're back staring at your old wallpaper. The receptionist is still arguing with the internet service provider, and you're getting restless.
Hi, yes, Coral Destiny Antenna, Rue Valley Motel. Oh, case number? It's 6AUG27-RVMT.
All right, wrote that down. Oh, I got up and then she raised her finger. Okay. What happens if I go stand in front of her?
By noon today, but it's 8 p.m. now.
Wait patiently, doing nothing. Try to sit still and wait. If I do this and nothing comes of it, then I'll be disruptive. Time is relative. It flies when you're having fun, but lately for you, it has been practically standing still. Time goes by and the girl at the reception desk is still talking.
Heard? No, she said Sunday noon. I wrote it down. I'm not... Sunday or later? That's... No. This is such a waste of time.
Finally, the girl ends her eternal call. Okay, so standing in front of her seems to actually have changed something as opposed to taking a step back and letting her do her thing. Out of sight, out of mind, after all.
Oh, I'm so sorry for the wait. That was a super important call, and I had to take it right now. There was literally no other way. Hopefully you didn't mind waiting.
Woo! That's some fake service talk if I've ever heard it. Okay. Okay, we already know what the call is about, but we're going to be nosy.
Oh, well, it was, a super important call.
She looks you in the eyes and makes a face so solemn you wonder she's mocking
All right,
you.
then, let's get you into your room.
The sudden enthusiasm in her voice catches you unaware. What's the deal with this
So,
girl?
Number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you.
And she raises her hand holding a piece of blue and red plastic.
This is your key card.
I don't like these options. Am I paranoid? Am I paranoid? Okay. Nod and wait for her to put it on the counter.
Confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you?
She excitedly waved the car around her head.
Well, we decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
Patiently listened to her story.
Actually, one reason, to be perfectly honest, the guests just kept on losing their keys. It was exhausting, and my dad didn't like the cost of replacing so many locks.
Continue listening to her rambling.
So, yes, we decided to use electronic key cards. Costs us a lot to implement, but now when a guest loses their key, we only need to replace a piece of programmable plastic.
Continue listening to her rambling.
How great is that? It makes my life so much easier.
She takes a deep breath, planning to continue, but a notification sound from her phone interrupts her. She immediately grabs the phone, smiles, and starts typing a message as if she suddenly forgot she was talking with you. But after a few seconds, she puts down the phone and hands you the key card.
Here's your key card, and I'll need your signature here.
She put some kind of document on the counter. Read the document first, because I'm paranoid. Interesting. I see in the grayed out, it says, sign the document foolishly. They won't get you this way, and don't forget the small print. Oh, are you a loyal perhaps? She interrupts you curtly. No. You read the whole document and you do your best to find a hidden loophole or suspicious wording that may try to use against you, but alas, you can't find anything. If only you were a lawyer. Well, time to click the I agree button and prepare for the unknown consequences. Sign the document begrudgingly. She says with a barely visible smirk.
I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Bye. That was weird. That was really weird. Okay, I see the number 6 up on top. Oh. He's no longer there with the vending machine. Okay. Let's go check it out. Oh, I can zoom in. Can I zoom all the way out? Let's go for middle. It's a good perspective. The paint is peeling from the wood of the door, but number 6 is new, shiny, and chrome. Ooh, try the knob. Do we want to see if it's unlocked first? You press the knob and push the door, half expecting it to work. It's locked. A tiny green dot of light shows up near the knob. The door is unlocked. Enter the room. Alrighty. Okay. I feel like the suitcase would be the first thing that I would go to, so I'm going to click what's on the wall. A list of rules. You can't be bothered with that right now. There's a lot of rules for this place, isn't there? Oh, I can interact with the mirror in the sink. There are so many dark patches that this can barely be called a mirror. A small cup is on the shelf. Look at the mirror. The mirror spotches make interesting patterns on your face. They conceal a dark circle here, a mole there, a patch of wrinkles. Okay, no need to jump to skin cancer. I've wasted my life so far and now I'm getting old. Woo! Woo! Lord, Debbie Downer here. All right, we're doing 3. I know my face too well. No need to discern every little detail. Truth be told, you prefer not to look at it. Interesting. Why do I look at the mirror again? A stranger who looks exactly like you is looking you straight in the eye. Some sort of dysmorphia happening here? I don't think there's anything else besides the chair, right? If I click the chair, do I just sit? The armchair looks exactly like the one in Dr. Fink's room. Okay, that's it. Suitcase it is. Hundreds of strangers have slept in this bed, leaving behind flakes of dead skin. Still, you can't wait to jump into the sheets and contribute to the collection. Oh, I hate that. Unfortunately, between you and the object of your desire, on the folded sheets lies a dusty suitcase. Your suitcase, the smallest one you own. I can't deal with this now. Put it away. Oh, blocked by motivation. Yeah, it's such a chore, but the more you prolong it, the worse it will get. If you don't unpack it now, it'll feel ever harder and more pointless to do it later. Step by step, A simple act of unpacking will become an insurmountable burden, and even thinking about it will make you feel weak and powerless. Do you really want to crawl back into that deep black pit? Wow. Okay. So guilt ridden overcomes lack of motivation. Interesting hierarchy. I can't go back to that. Never. Open the suitcase. There's not much in the suitcase. Spare clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, couple other items. You really weren't planning on staying here long. Well, you better see if they have laundry facilities. Sessions, Dr. Fink said. Days or weeks? Months even? Decisional check. Unpack the suitcase. Success! Okay, so the closet's full of the stuff now. You plug in your phone charger above the bedside cabinet. You put your spare clothes in the closet, your slippers next to your bed. Oh, over here. And your toothbrush in a cup under the bathroom mirror. And now that the suitcase has been dealt with, the motel room is officially your home. This can never be home. It is now, whether you like it or not. No. It's that kind of mentality that sounds suspicious. Suspicious. Don't like it. Okay, let's go back. Now that the toothbrush is there. Lies. Oh, I can brush my teeth. Hygiene. Wow, down to the toothpaste? Really? I'm a toothpaste then water person. Ooh. As soon as you turn on the tap, a horrible smell fills your nostrils. It's like there's a plumbing issue in hell and all that blocked sewage is feeding directly into the faucet. Then you see the water streaming out of the tap. It's a robust shade of jet black mixed with chunks of silt. I changed my mind. I'm not touching that water. Absolutely not. Ooh, okay. Definitely brush my teeth later, but maybe not right now. Okay. Despite the tight sheets and crisp-looking pillow, the bed reeks of dust and age. Crawl into the bed. Crawl into the bed. It creaks and squirms as you crawl into it. You try to make yourself comfortable, but the overly soft mattress swallows you up. As soon as your head touches the rough pillow, though, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. You are desperate to get some sleep, yet after weeks of wakeful nights, you know it won't come that easy. Just close your eyes and hope that sleep will come. I think that's important. Messing with screens and things before bed is never good. Who's calling? The screen simply reads unknown number. You feel betrayed by your own phone, masking the identity of the mysterious caller. Answer the phone.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
Ooh, is his name Eugene Harrow? The line crackles heavily as if the man is speaking from the distant past. Who wants to know?
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
I don't gotta say it, right? Ulterior paralegal exploits consultancy. Yeah, I'd be paranoid too. Who gave you this number?
Well, Mr. Harrow, to be honest, I don't even have your number. It was randomly selected by the computer. The privacy of our potential clients is among our core values here at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy, I can assure you. Now, if my information is correct, you have recently been unjustly forced to participate in treatment which, in our opinion, may have consequences not aligned with your best interests.
I don't like him saying, "Are you referring to my psychotherapy here in Rue Valley?" I don't like him giving out his location. My character is supposed to be paranoid, so I'm surprised none of this is blocked. I pretty much have two options here. I have an option to get possibly some more information, unreliable information from a scam phone, or shut it off completely. But then how long would it take for me to learn about what's happening with my character? That's the question, right? So, in the interest of information as a setting base for the game, I'm going to go with answer number one.
Mr. Harrow, let me be frank with you. I have no idea where this true valley of yours is, but we will work together to put an end to this undue response to your, well, unique situation.
Huh.
I mean, we have only known each other for a couple of minutes, and I can already see what a strong willed individual you are. You know what you want, and nothing will stop you from getting it.
Flattery won't
So I
work on
presume
me.
you're ready for the next step in our cooperation?
No.
Of course, of course. I'll assume you have nothing against my calling again later just to make sure you haven't changed your mind. I'll write that down here. Eugene, Mr. Harrow, it was a pleasure. Talk to you soon. Tschüss.
Hmm. Before you have a chance to say anything, the phone line is already dead. But at least now you know you're not the only one who realizes the absurdity of this mandated psychotherapy. I'm going back to sleep. I don't want to mess with this. Why are none of these clocks making it past 7 p.m.? As your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence, but your mind refuses to calm down, and soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles. Oh. Mind map. Oh my gosh, I love this. Memories. This is your mind map. It's a representation of all the memories you have and how they're connected. When a new memory is available, you can recall it by clicking on it to activate it. Once the memory is activated, it can open dialogue choices in relation to that memory. Ooh, I love this. I love this. From the blur of half formed memories and impressions, an image of the receptionist emerges. You're desperately trying to catch her attention, but she's completely engrossed in the ongoing phone call. Ring the bell and smile. Ooh, internal thoughts. You were so full of yourself, she probably despises you now, like everyone else. The motel receptionist, a very talkative girl. You see yourself lying in the bed in your new motel room, holding your phone next to your
My
right
name is
ear.
Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
Who gave you this number? If they have your number, then they probably know your location. In fact, they probably know what you're thinking right now. Okay, that's a little far. You received a phone call from Percy Rugger, a senior sales exec at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. Out of the swirling images, the bushy eyebrows of your new psychotherapist emerge, bouncing up and down as he talks.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
guilt-ridden option. He's so boring you almost fell asleep and you apologize to him? You're such a doormat. Damn, that's some negative self-talk right there. You have survived the first session with your court-assigned psychotherapist. Despite your effort to act normal, it seems he plans to keep you here for some time. There's all these things happening in the background here. The image of the young woman flashes before your mind's eye. She's punching and kicking the old vending machine. Could she be here for some therapy as well? It is what it is. You have nothing to say, nothing to do, just the bare minimum. A young woman apparently holds some kind of... As your consciousness keeps spinning around, the carousel of recent experiences warps into a single vision, suspended between sleep and waking. Vision. You find yourself staring at the smallest suitcase you own, perched on rumbling motel sheets. Everything is packed. Clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, couple of other items. I'm ready to go home. As you reach for the handle, you notice a toothless gap, as if the suitcase forgot to fully exhale. Then the gap widens just a little, and something shifts inside. The suitcase jerks. Better shut it tight first. But the suitcase feels too alive. With a loud hiss, the seam splits and a snake's head appears, lidless eyes fixed on yours. All right, this is a nightmare now. Then more hisses follow and more snakes emerge, liquid as death and cold as oil. Their bodies twist into knots, ready to spill all over the sweaty sheets. Close it, shut it now. Not a difference, but we're going with shut it now. Oh, hi, Sarah. Welcome. You slam the lid down, the latch snaps shut, silencing the hisses for now. I need to check out. Let's bring the suitcase along. Nobody will notice. Mic on, but no reply. Oh, I'm good. Just trying to stay immersed into the narrative here. I gotta get rid of the suitcase. Shove it under the bed and get out of here. Obviously, he can't check out. Nothing's gonna let him do that. Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind as you descend the stairs. Midday heat pricks your neck with sweat and you think of everything you left inside the suitcase. It's just clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. You enter the reception area. No one's here and even the AC is turned off. The air is hostile and heavy. Okay, it seems like... It sometimes depends, Sarah. The chat. This is my first time experiencing this game. Usually on demos, which are a lot shorter, and I try and get through them in one playthrough. Versus my other Steam, nights, I'll have a game that I've been playing for 40 hours, and I chat a lot. So I feel like it just depends. I love to chat, and then some days I just try really hard to keep a demo super succinct and short. It always depends on the length of the game, I really feel like. I can't wait here. It's too hot. On a desk, a stack of pristine checkout forms sits beside a pen. Perhaps you can just do it yourself. Yes, let's get this over with. Fill out the form. Wow, the form is really haunting him. Name, date of birth, length of stay, but a single mischievous drop of ink escapes the pen and begins swelling into a blot, a puddle, a pond. Spreading across the form as sweat spreads across your shirt. I need to write faster, switch to another form and start over. Wow, he's... Ooh, you played this game? Ooh, okay. Okay, I'm really looking forward to it, Sarah. I think this is a really interesting demo. We're already getting so much engagement. A lot of times when I play demos, because demo days are one of my favorite things to do, A lot of times when I play demos, I get a sense that we get thrown into the middle, or we get thrown into something that's maybe like a backstory, or something from a flash from the past. But this is really throwing us into the beginning of the game. So I wonder if we're going to be allowed some continuation into if we've already played the game to when we download it. Because I'm pretty sold on this already. I think that this is really interesting, and the personality dynamic, super fun. I need to write faster. But the ink is faster yet, and soon it consumes everything you have written. Snatch another form and start over. You slap the new form over the old one. The blot seeps upward. Your sweat drips downward. The paper becomes a battleground of stains. Your tongue feels swollen, your throat dry. It's no use. Just keep writing. Oof, he's getting into a vicious loop here. You write all the words in black on completely black paper and sign in black. Not your fault after all. Oh, well, you naturally blonde. Are you asking about my hair color? I'm a natural redhead. So this is my natural hair. So I guess strawberry blonde? You write all the words in black on black paper, sign in black, not your fault after all, but it is. Okay, so we're going back to the self-deprecation. You did what you could. Now it's time to leave and find something to drink. Get out already. The parking lot shimmers in the heat, asphalt soft underfoot. Across it, the vending machine glows like a mirage, its glass fogged with condensation. Insert coin, press the button. Whoa! Whoa, the machine hums, light flickering, but no bottle come out. Okay, so you already know the vending machine's broken. What is happening? Okay, insert coin, press the button. You drop another coin, clink, press, hum, nothing. Insert coin, press button. The world narrows to the clink of metal, the press of your finger, the machine's empty whir. Maybe this time it'll work. Angst, instinct. Ooh, okay, so we have something to click here in the middle. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I am from the States. Yeah, I'm in Texas. What about you? The checkout. Dream. You try to leave this damn hotel and all the therapy nonsense behind, but everything kept falling apart. Interesting. Not enough willpower. Don't worry, it wasn't even a real memory. It's an echo of my past, an embodiment of my feelings. It's a prophecy. I think it's an embodiment of your feelings. Let's go with that one. More like random neural activity in your brain synapses sparking from nothing. You know, this game has us really, really thinking. I wonder if it's interesting. I really wonder if we're trying to feel paranoid because that's the personality that my character has been assigned based on my choices. I'm curious, Sarah, when you played this, did you have a paranoid character? And you have a question. Never mind then. How did you get the dog face? Is that an emoji? The Twitch stream chat is really funny. Okay, so you didn't play Paranoid. Okay. I feel like I feel inclined to think that we're meant to play Paranoid based on the character already, but then I am a character myself. I'm personifying Eugene, I guess that's the name of the character. I'm personifying myself in Eugene that we're meant to play Paranoid because I chose Paranoid. So let's see what that means. Best forget about it. I just know it's important. It didn't feel random at all. That feels like a good. Could be, but are you strong enough to remember it, brave enough to confront it? Dang, we still have lack of motivation? Okay, not yet. The sound of a car engine and screeching tires urge you to open your eyes, bringing you back to your miserable reality once again. Okay, so obviously nighttime has arrived. We have not made it through the whole night. I can't read the time here, but I'm going to assume it's nighttime just based on the lighting. Dream is badass. I love it, but why don't I customize stuff on WoW to attract more viewers? That's actually really, really helpful, Sarah. So I'm super, super new to this. I'm only done a few streams. I have just begun. I maybe let me think about it. I'm 8 streams in total. So I've been Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things to where it's like I'm just kind of learning how I go along, what I really like about it, what I don't like about it. A lot of the things too is that, when I started doing video gaming, more specifically Beanstalk Origins, which is really the world of my own, I guess, gaming empire. I actually started out as a blog and now I'm streaming, so kind of mixing it between the two, figuring out what I like, seeing what works. I love playing games. I love talking to developers. I reach out to them personally, so there's a very reporter element happening here, when I'm able to, because I think it's really, really great to talk to the people behind the video games. So sometimes I play them and then talk to them, or reverse. You work with streamers for past few years. That's really cool, actually. I'm not sure if I'm like, there's a lot I could say here. Like, I don't know exactly which direction I'm going, so I feel like letting myself kind of have the opportunity to just like feel things out. And I saw that you followed me, so I really appreciate that. Um, and one of those things too, where it was like, it's not so much for the fame for me. It's more like I'm just having a lot of fun and doing this in my free time, since I do have a full time job. So I guess I just don't really know where exactly this is going yet. You know what I mean? Do I have Discord or Insta? I do have Instagram. Oh shoot, the chat just turned. Oh my god, this window is way too small. I feel like that's something that, I feel like I kind of want to put a pause on, that for a little bit, because like I kind of just want to see how this goes. So maybe, now that you're one of my followers, that's something that, could be possibly like followed up later, but like probably not today, but I appreciate it. Um, how long have I been playing this stream? An hour and 5? I am going to take a quick bathroom break and then I am going to be back, and finish out this demo. So I hope that y'all will continue along, but give me like 5 minutes and I'll be back. Alrighty, I am back and I just realized what the time is. I do want to see if I can't just see what's happening with this car. I have no idea how long this demo is going to be. But I do want to play it in its full. And I was looking at the chat. I missed it because I got a whole bunch of notifications earlier. But Sarah, the Insta is not officially up just yet. I'm in the middle of creating it. But if you check back on my Twitch page, you'll see that I'll have the link there soon. But I do streams consistently every week. And now that I am back and doing everything on a normal regular basis again after the AC in my place broke, it should be all good to go. But yeah, actually I'll poke around on your Instagram and look at your stuff too. So I think that'll be awesome. But for now, games. So what just happened? Right. We had some loud car noises happen outside and woke us up. Oh, I'm holding the water. It's already in my inventory. Okay. Here we go. This time for real. Okay, you heard me kind of reading everything already. Are they trying to get us addicted? Whole species terminally addicted to water. Precautions be damned, drink the water. Here we go. Here comes the crazy. Status lost. And then... oh my god. Suddenly, the night sky turns blood red and you feel an infinite scream passing through everything. Unbearable anxiety washes over you. Hide! But you can't hide from the whole sky on fire any better than you can from your own past. Apprehension. At least I don't have to face it. Your eyelids connect and darkness greets you for a mere second, but as always, the carousel of suffering starts spinning immediately. How do I stop? How do I let go of it? Ooh, let go. What kind of answer is that? Nobody can stop being themselves. The receptionist says whimsically emerging from the whirlwind. Now I was expecting an answer. What I wasn't expecting is you. Oh. I like that. But the receptionist disappears, and instead the fiery sky begins burning its way through the darkness, cutting several straight, narrow slits into your closed eyelids. I want this to stop. Well then, keep carving, keep clinging, keep suffering. I have no choice. Red sky is seeping through the cuts in your eyelids, forming a number.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
And there's the time loop. Surely there's something pleasant to think of instead of this bushy-eyebrowed psychotherapist and this court-mandated therapy. Think of something soothing. Dr. Fink only seems to become more real.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
All right.
sorry.
I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right
Dang, I have lack of motivation and anxious
now.
apprehension
Condition of yours.
slapped on top of each other. Oof. Lack of motivation, that's the least of your worries while your mind is filled with this crushing, overwhelming sense of impending... Wait, did you hear that? A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside diverts your frail attention, and for some unknown reason, your heartbeat accelerates and cold sweat appears in your
At
armpits.
all times, if possible. Hmm?
The doctor finishes, apparently expecting some sort of answer from you. Okay.
No worries, Mr. Harrow. You seem to have had enough talk for today anyway.
He stops and gives you a concerned look. You're shaking. Are you feeling unwell?
Feeling unwell?
Well, you endured the whole session stoically so far, but this one moment anxiety, it could completely ruin your chances of being sent back home anytime soon. Try and act like the stable, well-adjusted person that you are. Ooh, he's not shaking his leg anymore. Failure! Too sensitive! You open your mouth with the intention of convincing him you're fine, but the stress is just too high to control and instantly overwhelms you. Panic, hyperventilate, repeat. Yeah, let's go with that. Your heart speeds up, your breathing follows, and soon you feel dizzy, and then you feel a sharp chest pain. Oh no, I'm having a panic attack. Yes. The realization makes you panic even more, which further accelerates your breathing.
Mr. Harrow, you're not having a heart attack or anything similar. Trust me. You're just getting too much oxygen. Let's try breathing through pursed lips as if we're blowing out a candle. This will help.
He's trying to kill me. I need oxygen. Breathe even faster. Is he going to pass out?
Mr. Harrow? Only for a few seconds. No need to worry. Just take it easy.
Ooh, he did pass out. Okay.
Feeling a little better?
He smiles.
Good. May I ask, how is your sleep these days?
I haven't slept in months.
Is that so?
He seems to inspect the dark circles under your
Did
eyes.
you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight?
He opens his hand, revealing a single purple pill lying on his palm. There's no reflection in his glasses. Above them is a pair of bushy eyebrows. Ooh, at least it's not red or blue.
Remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription herbal hypnotic drug. Nothing more. Hopefully it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow. All right then. Now you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
He doesn't live here. He has a suitcase here too. I wonder if he arranged the room that way for the pull-out bed. Why am I so agitated? Does he have a memory lapse, possibly? It's really interesting. I want to save, but it's not letting me select save. So maybe I need to reach a save point first. I did plan on stopping here because I am pretty hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. You must have gotten lost in thought for a moment while the doctor was speaking. It couldn't have possibly happened more than a couple minutes ago, but it feels like an hour has passed. And then the sound of that old alarm clock awakened you from a daydream you can't remember, and the overwhelming tsunami of dread appeared out of nowhere. Take a moment to calm yourself down. You point your gaze toward the endless, unmoving desert. It's calm in the distance, but not so much right here as the machine-hating woman keeps hitting it violently. Okay, can I save? I can save now. So I can't save in the middle of dialogue. Noted. Create new. Okay.
Come on, you thief!
I think that we have at least reached a good stopping place. I haven't determined if I'm going to finish this tonight or if I'm going to back to this and finish streaming another day, in which case it'd be this weekend. I really like this so far. This is really, really interesting. I thought it'd be really difficult to play his character, but I'm finding it more intriguing, and I find myself tricking myself in a few different ways too. But I will say it is really great to have an opportunity to really get a chance to fully dive into this demo. It's really, really. But that being said, I am officially going to sign off, at least so I can go have some. For those of you watching and those of you who have joined tonight, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. It was a pleasure. I always love it when I get to talk with people in chat because sometimes I'm just here hanging out by myself. So that being said, I feel like I learned something new and I definitely went on an adventure. So thanks for joining me on. Have a great night. Alrighty. And we are back. I decided that I love this demo so much that I would really like to be able to finish it in one night. So I am fueled, I am a little rested, and I am ready to continue. Now, for those of you who are in part two, this is one of the games from the Steam Next Fest that I decided to check out and try and get a quick look in called Rue Valley. Having a lot of fun, and it's definitely got a lot of psychoanalytic mystery incorporated elements. And I think it is so far very fun time. So, without further ado, let's go on an adventure and learn something new, or continue to learn in this case. Alrighty. So we are going to continue. All right. So maybe this time
Break you open if I have to.
it'll be different. Just get away from her. Wow. Really anxious. Got it. Okay. So because you have lack of motivation and anxious apprehension happening all at once, I think we're going to have to just go straight for the keys this time. All the attention of the girl behind the counter is being hogged by the ongoing phone
Of course
call.
It's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi. The credit card machines are dead. We can't.
She pauses for a second.
Hold on. I have someone on the other line.
She presses a button on the phone.
Hello, reception. Oh, what can I do for you, Dr. Fink? If it's about the Wi-Fi,
Dr. Fink. Okay, so this is already different than the first time. So Dr. Fink has some leeway here. And furthermore, she did actually change her phone. Ooh, she pauses again and directs her gaze toward you.
Yes, he's here. Of course, no problem.
In an instant, the realization dawns on you. Because of your panicked outburst at the end of the session, Dr. Fink must have just warned the receptionist of your condition. Smile at her. She smiles back at you as she touches the button again.
Hello? I'm very sorry. I will have to call you back later. Bye.
Oh, okay. So the intensity of our condition has propelled her into action. She ends the call and turns to you.
Hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you? Are you ready to check in?
Oh yeah, she knows who we are. She continues in the same breath, without waiting for you to answer.
Perfect order. Don't you worry a bit about anything.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's get you into your room.
Her voice is full of enthusiasm.
Number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you. And
She raises her hand, holding a piece of blue and red plastic.
this is your key card.
Okay, so last time I just nodded and waited for her to put it on the counter. This time I'm going to say thank you. You stretch her arm politely, hoping she'll hand you the card, but she's completely ignoring your gesture and excitedly waving it around.
I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned...
Oh, so she just wants to talk.
Well, we've decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
Suddenly, she curtails her excitement as if she remembered something.
You must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story.
I'm looking forward to hearing it sometime.
Here.
She hands over the key card and puts some kind of document on the
I'll just
counter.
need your signature.
Okay. 2. Read the document first. We've already done this before.
Oh, are you a lawyer, perhaps?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just that, people usually sign it without reading. It's probably the same in every motel. I bet my father copied it from a template he found online or something.
I prefer to read. Thank you. You read the whole document and do your best to find a hidden loophole or suspicious wording they may try to use against you. But alas, you can't find anything. If only you were a lawyer. Well, time to click the I agree button and prepare for the unknown consequences.
Thank you for your trust, sir.
Begrudgingly.
I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Bye. Last time I didn't talk to her. Can I talk to her this time? Okay. Not actually. Just was curious. Okay. So the last time we made it to our room, we were able to not read the rules on the wall, not able to brush our teeth because the water was disgusting, unpacked our luggage, and then tried to sleep to no avail as we just had nightmares. So, now that we have entered time loop number 2, let's see if there's any differences. Okay. So, suitcase is in the same spot, books in the same spot. Things are pretty much looking the same. Can't interact with much. I am going to go into the bathroom to see if anything's changed with the mirror interaction. Ooh. There are so many dark patches that it can barely be called a mirror. A small cup is on the shelf. Okay. So this time I have the option to swallow the pill that the psychotherapist gave me. We do not know what the pill is, only that it is a herbal nature. So we're not going to splash some water over our face because the water is disgusting. And I don't even know if we're going to drink the water because the water is disgusting. But I do want to see what happens with the pill. So. Yep, steam of black water flowing straight out the pipe. You expected it to happen. Swallowing the pill dryly sounds far less disgusting to us than putting even a drop of that tap liquid inside of your body. Oh boy. He is super anxious. Well, I really want to see what chaos happens if he takes the pill. Using saliva as lubricant, you help the pill capsule find its way into your stomach. You have no idea how long it will take until its effects kick in, so there's nothing to do but wait. I will not be splashing water in my face. Thank you very much. Why am I afraid of unpacking? Because you had a nightmare about your suitcase eating you up. Perhaps you're scared of what you might find inside. Or maybe worried that by unpacking you accept that you're going to stay here for some time. Let's go with one. What could be inside? You. Perhaps I could relax a bit in the armchair instead. Interesting. That's a new one. Sit down. As soon as your buttocks touch the frayed armchair seat, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. Anxious apprehensions stare at your suitcase. Close your eyes, hope sleep will come. All you want is sleep, but unnerving restlessness is gnawing at you from the inside, like a colony of termites munching on a piece of dead wood. Way to call yourself dead wood. I could say things about that. This time passing is going particularly longer. Oh. Put it on silent and ignore it. You silence your phone as the mystery of the caller's identity gently teases you. Yeah, no. Last time we got a call from somebody who disturbed our sleep and didn't help us whatsoever. This time, I'm gonna close my eyes again. See what happens. Maybe we'll have that nightmare again. See, the phone call that we got was from a corporation that obviously is suspicious as it's in the name. And I'm actually wondering if it's from the same Coral Destiny that has the pamphlets on the water. As your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence, but your mind refuses to calm down, and soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles. Here we go. Oh, we have new ones. So we already engaged in these guys here. So let's see what these new ones are. For a split second, the whole world was exploding, but it was just a thunderclap, the loudest one you ever witnessed. At least my reflexes worked. I did choose that. This happened too. The night sky turning blood red, feeling an infinite scream passing through everything. Hide, but to no avail. Just to slut your eyes closed and couldn't even block them again. Judging by the careless driving you just witnessed, the man is either under the influence or another patient of Dr. Fintz. I said he had to be in a hurry. In a hurry to break his neck. When did this happen? The meaning of what you've just experienced is still hard to grasp. Is this some weird deja vu? The memory seems so real, and yet these things clearly never happened. Have you actually gone completely mad? And they were right to send you to Dr. Fink? But what if the careless driver really does show up? What if lightning actually strikes the motel and the night sky turns red? Mind map intentions. Okay, so this is new. The combination of several specific memories can create an idea, and with enough inspiration or willpower points, you can turn that idea into an intention. Intention opens new dialogue options, and that will lead you through the journey of completing the intention. Keep in mind that not all that you intend can be successfully achieved. Okay. Memory or fantasy? How could you remember something that is yet to happen? Then again, why would you imagine events so specific? Not enough willpower still. You want to get up and find out if these strange memories will play out in reality or if it all is but the fever dream of a lunatic. Yet you can't. It's all too much. All you really want to do is forget you ever even had these. To forget about being here. To forget about the incident. I want to know about the incident. Okay. Stay in the armchair forever. Oh, he's shaking again. He's anxious. Or just has ADHD. Or both. Addie says the game is slow. Well, welcome, Danny Dust. The game is a narrative style, so it is definitely slow. But you did miss the crazy part earlier, so I will say that there is about to be some wily shenanigans. But I will also say that this is a time loop game, and it opens up with you knowing that you're going to be stuck in a time loop. That is kind of the preface for playing this game. And we are the main character, Eugene Haro. Okay. I don't know if I want to look at my suitcase or close my eyes again. I really want to see if this guy can sleep with the pill. Gradually, your thoughts begin to slow down and your consciousness lightens its feverish grip on you. No turmoil, no fear, no remorse, no pressure. I'm going with no fear. Nice! Lost anxious. Okay, good. Good. That's good. Was it the purple pill? It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Embrace the sweet relief. That's funny, Danny Dust. Oh my goodness, I am so allowing that. I hear a whirring. Oh. Hello. What is this? A tiny spark of light seems to have taken root deep inside you. It must have broken away from the mighty forked bolt of the brightest lightning you ever saw earlier. A spark, still without shape, still without purpose, but full of potential. Metaphor. The sound of the loudest thunder jerks you out of your slumber. Lights back on. Ooh, status lost. Total lack of motivation. Inspiration, finally. Inspiration points are small sparks of inspiration that you can use to motivate ideas and turn them into intentions. Be aware that when you spend inspiration points, they're gone for good. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Very Baldur's Gate-esque. The speck of energy now fully grown is pulsing in your chest. You remember this feeling. Inspiration. And as you finally recognize what it is, your pathetic attempt at forgetting about what you experienced earlier is shattered. Awesome. Finally, we can do things. Oh my gosh. Okay. Inspiration description. Okay. I want to be careful about the points. I think we got to be careful here. So, can I do anything? So I can leave, look at my phone. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I guess I'm going with that option. Oh, I'm not. Oh, I'm going into the mind map, of course. Ah, okay, so the game is prompting me to spend my first inspiration point on the intention. Got it. Okay. You have to find out if the careless driver showed up again. You must know if the sky will really be set ablaze. You need to see if everything will happen again, and if it does, you need to remember. Okay, let's see what happens. Well, thanks for checking it out. I really appreciate it. I hope you have some fun. And hello, goodbye. Active intentions. Here you can see your active intentions. Select hover over them to see more details about how to complete them. Clicking on an intention will open the mind map with that intention in focus. Okay. So we leave and we're going to go investigate. The rain has slackened off and you see nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing you could put your finger on. If the careless driver visited the motel, has he surely left already while you were sleeping? I should have found the strength to get up earlier. Oof. There. It's not your fault. You are incapacitated. Glance toward the parking lot. As you stare at the reflections on the wet, dark asphalt, the memory begins unfolding in your mind again. He enters the car, starts the engine, and then he hits the transformer while driving in reverse, smashing his rear light, before driving away in a cold cloud of smoke. Did not have cold there. If this really happened, you may be able to find some evidence down there. All right. We push off. As you come closer, you immediately notice a couple of red plastic shards. But the shards. There are several small ones scattered all around, translucent triangles and rhomboids. Oh my gosh, I haven't heard rhomboids used in forever. The largest of them is lying right next to the transformer, shiny and wet, boldly staring at you from the dirty asphalt. Inspect the largest shard. The shard is obviously part of a broken taillight. This means he's been here already. There is no other option. So it has to be true. Oh! Here we go. Here we go. And then, before you can wrap your head around all this, the skies are once again set ablaze, exactly as you remembered, only confusing you even further. What will happen now? Will you find yourself back at Dr. Fink's office in a moment? Will you remember anything? Or was this one-time thing and the evening will now continue as if nothing has happened? Befuddled, you cast your gaze on your wristwatch. It's 8:47 p.m. Time. From now on, you will have the exact time displayed here. Pay attention to it because in Rue Valley, situations change. When the time arrives, characters might leave some locations and arrive at others. Their mood might change and they might act differently at different times. Okay, so explosion. 8:47 p.m. And we're back to 8 p.m. The frantic sound of the alarm nudges you back to the present.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Lie.
Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
And we're right back at it. I don't want to remember. And why would you? Bury it all deep inside with everything else and never think about it again. What a man. A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside interrupts your train of thought. And suddenly an image of a young woman punching and kicking the old vending machine emerges in your mind. You remember! But like the first rock in an avalanche, it's inevitably followed by others, and more memories start emerging. The receptionist, the thunder, the mysterious driver, and finally that of yourself standing in front of the transformer under the fiery sky, hoping you won't forget everything again. Everything happened again. The loudest of thunderclaps happened as you foresaw. You found several red plastic shards by the power transformer where the careless driver smashed his rear light and then the sky turned red again. As you struggle to put the memories in the correct order, your mental fog dissipates and two simple words form your lips. Time loop. Looks like you're trapped in some sort of time loop where the same 47 minutes repeat over and over. Oh, you're telling him this.
I don't think I follow, Mr. Harrow. Would you care to elaborate?
Are you going to tell him? Are you going to tell him? It's 8:01. Are you going to tell him? Oh, man. I didn't even realize how close I was. Oh my gosh. That was so good. That was so good. Oh my gosh, that was so good. I really liked that. That was really interesting. I am definitely wishlisting this out to the developer. Such an intriguing game. I love to see how they were able to just create such a depth of personality and engage with all the choices. I love choice-based games, so I think that this is going to be an absolute adventure. I think it is a good time to call it officially on this demo, but there will be a demo here shortly to follow, another one from Steam Next, and I hope you have had a fantastic time joining me this evening. And above all, of course, I hope you learned something new, and thanks for joining me on the adventure. Signing out.